Welcome to Hotline TV, everyone. I'm Amy Walter.
And I'm Maura O'Brien.
All right, so John McCAIN, as we all know, putting things on the pause button for the economy, suspending the campaign to come to Washington, work on the bailout bill. In fact, we just heard that he's sitting in his office right now with John Kyle, Joe Lieberman, a couple other folks, maybe Lindsey Graham.
I think he was there.
Also saying no deal on the debate until there is a deal on the package. Maura O'Brien, good idea?
Well, I mean, I think it's a little bit dangerous for John McCAIN right now. He's starting to look sort of like, you know, like a swimmer in the ocean starts flailing around and attracts sharks, you know. It's like, well, yeah, I mean, it's just, he's looking a little bit like, I mean, how many people have described this as a Hail Mary today? It's more like, how many dramatic moves can he make until people start,
not taking him seriously.
Right. It's like the boy who cried wolf. And so, I mean, I think that it is a little dangerous. I think suspending the campaign and coming back to Washington, I don't see much harm in that, because I think it all depends on how this ends up working out. But the debate story, I think, is a little different.
It's certainly much more problematic.
Yeah.
Although, in many ways, John McCAIN has no choice but to pull one of these almost every week.
Right.
Right? I mean, when you are literally down the number of whether we're going to do baseball or football analogy, whatever it is, but if you got to throw Hail Marys when you start every play on your own 20-yard line.
Right.
So he's got to do something every time, and I think you're right that does it attract sharks? Sure, in the media. I don't know how regular people are watching this, but you can see already the danger is that this can be a punchline, right? We can already start to see I'm suspending, my time in the office today because I have too much stuff to do at home.
Right. And so it is a little dangerous for him, but I mean, I think with the debate especially, if this ends up happening, that Congress somehow makes a deal out of this, he can claim, look what I did. Right. Look what I was so instrumental in.
And he has to get out ahead of this. The last thing in the world he can afford to do is let Republican leaders and George Bush be the public face of the party on the economy.
Right.
So if he's the public face on the economy, much better. All right.
Right.
But will there be a debate?
I think there has to be. Yeah. I mean, I don't understand how John McCAIN could say, I'm so busy on this Friday night in my Senate office, hard at work, working on this plan. I don't see how people are going to buy that at all.
That's what I just really don't understand. I mean, I do get that I'm coming back and I can maybe, we have this thing called the internet and the telephone. You can talk to people and send emails along, have your surrogates do this for you. Do you really need to, doesn't a president need to multitask?
Right, and I don't see how your normal voter who's watching, who get a lot of information about the candidates from these debates, people watch them, and I don't see how you can explain that away that I couldn't spare the hour and a half to show up.
Well, and what does it say that Haley Barbour, a friend of John McCain's, is out there saying today we're going to have debates at the University of Mississippi. Does this mean that he sort of tipped John McCain's hand?
I mean, I think it kind of looks like even his friends are kind of dismissing this as, it's just John McCAIN, threatening to, making another big political stunt. So, I mean, I don't think that reflects very well on the motives behind, what he's doing. So, we'll see how it all plays out, though.
Oh my gosh, but this makes for a very exciting Friday.
Yes.
I know that's what you're planning on doing Friday night.
Yeah, exactly. So that's all we have time for today. And I'm Maura O'Brien.
And I'm Amy Walter. All right, we'll see you next time on Hotline TV.